Hello, Libra. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main read, I'm using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan with illustrations by Mark Evans. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Dorian Virtue and Radley Valentine. Already shuffled. Okay. I'm getting stopped. All right. Well, excuse me. I'm getting, it's not bad. I just don't feel like it's ideal. So let's go through this because I don't feel like you have an overall energy. I feel like you're progressing through. And I don't know if it's really as... let's just keep going because I'm not sure exactly how you're going to feel about this. It's not really a bad ending, honestly, but it seems like it might not be ideal. Now, you're starting out with the Six of Cups, which is memories, history. I feel like this is talking about friendships that have been in your life or people that have been in your life for a while. There's history here. There's a strong sense of history here. So it seems to be that's the biggest thing that's connecting in. While this is happening, I feel like you're also kind of blurring into the shadow side. So this is part of what I'm talking about. Like it's not ideal, but seeing this shadow side card, which is reminiscent of the Devil card, I'm noticing in this deck a lot of time it talks about fear. So I'm feeling like there's something happening here. There's a change happening here. Something is going on. And I don't feel like anything is really bad, but I don't feel like it's ideal to what you would like. And with the fear here, I feel like there's questions about the history of a situation and where it's going in the future. Like there's a very strong connection to somebody or something in the past that might be threatened at the moment, as into what type of involvement you will have with this in the future. I am noticing though, with these cards, like especially with this one, below it you have the Ten of Cups, which is the environment. So I don't feel like the environment is giving you a hard time. I just feel like it's a question about where this is going and what type of connection you're going to have with this situation going forward. I feel like the shadow side card is here because you're afraid about losing this connection with this good Ten of Cups energy here. I feel like that's why the shadow card is showing up, because there's a fear of losing that. Because something's coming forward, and there's a change coming, because I see take action right after that. Which is making me feel like there's a change here. And it has something to do with what's going on in the environment. No, they're telling me no. It has something to do with what's going on in your life. Your life. Okay, so what are we talking about here? You're very established where you are. You like where you are. There's a change happening here that's making you nervous about what your involvement with what you currently have will be in the future. You have to take this action. You're taking action here. It's something you have to do. And I'm noticing, which I don't know why I was missing this before, you have the Knight of Pentacles with the Three of Swords here. The Knights can a lot of times mean movement. They can mean the Knight of Pentacles can mean the change of residence. Any of the Knights seem to be in that boat, depending on what's going on around them. And the way this is coming in, I feel like there's a change here. I almost feel like there's a residence change. Now that could be a residence in where you actually live or where you work. I feel for some of you, it's a group that you're a part of, and you're changing, like you're leaving one group for another group or something along those lines. I don't understand how that really fits in. Almost like some of you have a child that you're a part of a group in a school setting or something like that, and your child's involvement is changing, which is changing your involvement with this group, something along those lines. And I don't feel like you want this to end. The Three of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight seems to say that with the Pentacles especially, like this needs to happen and it's going to happen. It's moving forward and you're now at that point where it's time to move on. And the Three of Swords says you do not want to do it. That's what it says to me. It's like you're not happy about it. You like the social connections you have here and you're not wanting to do it. The take action here is saying, though, that it is happening. Definitely happening. So if this reading is hitting for you, I'm getting that is happening. Now, I'm really getting something very interesting here because I feel like you have a very strong connection with this social scene in whatever respect it is. If it's where you live, if it's where you work, if it's some type of organization, whatever it is, you have some social connections here you value greatly. You do not want to move on from them. But you're not going to be connected with them in the same respect going forward, and you're very well aware of that. Now, I'm going to show how this is affecting you emotionally first, but then I'm going to show, because the environment is positive, but I'm noticing that you got the if you believe, and then you have the Five of Cups in your future for how you're feeling. I feel like you're mourning. Are you mourning, really? I feel like you're mourning the change of these relationships. I don't feel like you're happy about it. And it's hard for you because you have a very strong connection to some people. The Five of Cups is telling me you're more concentrated on what you lost than what you still have. Now, the reason I wanted to show that first is because it seems like that's holding you down a little bit. And Libras, from what I understand, stereotypically of course, are very good communicators. They like to be social. They like to have those connections. So I feel like what you lost is really impacting you. But I'm noticing in your environment, like you got the Star card, you got the Sun card, right in your direct line of what's going on. And you've got the Fool card in the environment. I feel like there's other people who want to be your friend or want to socialize with you. Let's put it that way just to start. There's other people who want to socialize with you. Other things are opening up for you right away. Even though this is happening, I feel like the Five of Cups is keeping you from enjoying this moment because you're very distraught, which is understandable about what has passed on. But I'm seeing like there's other things here for you to do. There's positive things around you. Like you can keep moving forward. You can keep having connections. I feel like whatever's lost, something is immediately showing up to replace it. I feel like people are very responsive to you and want to have your company, want your attention. They want your attention. And the Star card with the Sun card, like this is a very good thing for you. But I feel like until you're able to move on from the Five of Cups, which is weird because I feel like this makes complete sense in the sense of like there's very strong history. Somebody from the past. There's a strong sense of history here. Somebody you did not want to step out of your life in whatever respect. And it's not, I don't really feel like anybody passed on. I'm not really getting that energy here. I just feel like they're not nearly involved as they used to be in your life and you're not happy about it. And I feel like it feels like you're not really comfortable moving on. And you're kind of stuck in this. You're petrified to let something go. You're petrified to accept it because once you accept it, you feel like it's real. But even though the sun is trying to shine in and trying to give you other options and showing you that life is still going to be good, you're still going to be okay. I feel like you're kind of reluctant to let that go. Kind of reluctant to accept that it's the truth because once you accept it as the truth, it's real. It's happened. It's over. And in all actuality, at this point, it's already happened, but you just don't want to go there with that yet. So you're kind of trying to. I almost feel like you're trying to find ways to keep it going. I feel like you're fighting to keep it going as much as possible, but it's slipping away on its own. And I feel like in the spiritual sense, this is just like an evolution for like where this relationship is going to be for now, because I'm one that believes like if you have a friendship now and say it goes dormant and maybe you never see them again in this life, you will reconnect with them on the other side. It's not like you don't lose anybody in that sense, but it's hard to see that like because you enjoy them so much it's hard to see that take that route for this at this point, because you really don't want to let that go. You don't want that change. And I feel like this is what this whole thing is about. You don't want that connection, that social connection, to change, and it's bothering you. But once you are ready to move on from it, there are things that are going to bring more joy and love back into your life, and you're going to be okay. I feel like it's just getting past this. And with the if you believe showing up here at the top of your reading with the Five of Cups, I feel like you can still honor that relationship by but still move on without feeling guilty about it, because I almost feel like that's part of it. You're like feeling like if you move on, like you're doing something wrong in a sense. But if you believe says it's fine to let it go dormant, because the connection will never be lost. It's just your involvement with that person is just taking a change for the moment. It's going dormant for the moment. I feel like this is just like letting you know that there's something here to replace that. That there's good people around you to help you get through this, and that are gonna take up your time and give you more connections. Like nothing's truly lost. It just feels like it, and it makes sense on why that feels that way. But the sooner you're able to embrace what you have now, the better you're going to feel. Alright, I think we're going to wrap that up there, because I feel like that kind of sums it up. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.